Hey guys, if you just want to see the edit or you've been on the channel long enough and already know kind of what this is, then you can go ahead and skip to this timestamp to go straight to the edit. But for those of you that don't know what this is, I thought I would do a little bit of explanation beforehand. So basically, every year I try and test my editing skills by doing an NBA commercial in under 24 hours for 3 different times in the year. One for the NBA Finals, one for the All-Star Game, and one for the start of the season. Some of you may have already seen the one that I did for the start of the 2024 to 2025 season, as that video did pretty well. I also, again, have done this for several years, so I have some other ones up on the channel. And basically, this is the one that I'm going to do for the 2025 All-Star Game. If you guys want to see what my All-Star votes were, you can also go and check that out over on the podcast, which should be in one of the cards up here, wherever it is on the screen. Anyway, as I said, this is something that I do every year, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Obviously, I don't own the song, don't own any of the clips. This is not an official NBA commercial, just a cool editing challenge that I like to do to sort of challenge myself every year to see what new edits I can do and how my skills have improved. So again, with that being said, a bit of a shorter video this week. As usually I do hour-long videos diving into something, but this is a shorter video that I do every year, or 3 times a year with All-Star Finals and then start of the season. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get on with the edit. So usually I just upload the edit on its own, but since the edit itself is only about 3 minutes long, I didn't want to just leave that as the only thing you guys get for your weekly video. So if y'all are only worried about the edit and you want to click off, fair enough, I understand. But be sure to check out some of the other videos on the channel. I'm sure that you'll find something that you like. But in order to make this video longer for you guys, I thought maybe that I would talk through the creative process of creating this edit and sort of how I did it if you guys are interested. That way the people that want a longer video this week still have something that they may enjoy and want to watch. So usually what I do first whenever I make these sort of edits is I go and try and find the music or the sound effects, things like that, to go in the audio channel. That way I can try and sync clips up to that. So I always try and find the music first. This is the same thing that I did for my 2025 Nathan Burnett trailer. I originally was going to have much longer music for that trailer, but I realized that it was just going to be way too long, and also I didn't really have enough clips to sync up to it. So for the 2025 trailer, I then went and tried to find a much shorter music theme type thing. And that's what ended up with the 2025 trailer. With this edit, I originally was looking for, again, music for that trailer and actually stumbled upon this. And I heard the clock ticking sound, and I immediately thought that it would be really good for the All-Star edit that I had coming up. So I decided to save that soundtrack to my playlist so that I could use it later for this video. Whenever I got to making this video, then I had to decide sort of what I wanted to do with it. I do sort of this new era or like new young players idea like a lot now whenever I get to making NBA edits, so I was worried that maybe I was overdoing it and it was starting to get stale, but I figured with the clock ticking sound effect that it would work really well. So even though I think that the new young stars or like new era thing, maybe I've overdone it, I figured that I could at least still do it for this video, because again, the whole clock ticking sound effect, it kind of just works. And so with that, what I decided to do is I decided to start it out with sort of getting the suspense going with the whole watch clip that I found that syncs up really well with the music. And then what I did is sort of like my other edits and commercials, basically I synced up that clock ticking sound effect. Instead of just with that watch, decided to sync it up with clips of players from like their rookie years and then where they are now, to kind of visualize the passage of time and like, oh, this was 20 years ago to today, like with LeBron, for example. And then I continued that, and what I wanted to do was all these new, again, younger all-stars that are coming in, they've all been from recent drafts that are already all-stars. For example, Anthony Edwards 2020, Scotty Barnes 2021, and then obviously Banchero, and then Wemby hopefully either this year or some year soon. So what I did is, in order of the year they were drafted, I put a clip of them being drafted, and then whenever the sort of quote-unquote beat drops, same sort of idea with showing old LeBron and current LeBron. It goes from the clip of them being drafted to a highlight clip of them with them dunking or something like that. And then as the clip continued, I just tried to get the text to line up with the music as usual. Nothing too crazy with this edit. I just chose a font that I thought kind of worked with NBA edits, a font that I feel like I've seen in commercials before for the NBA. Previously, I had done this thing where I tried to mix in the text really well with the clip, like the last edit where I put the text behind the player, but I feel like that's because that's for a more cinematic and like slow song, while this song is very aggressive and fast. So rather than having the text blended in, I just wanted it to feel like the text was slamming onto the screen. And so I just had no effect on the text. I just had the text pop up. So usually I'll put an effect on the text, but again, with this sort of music, I thought that having the feeling of the text impacting would be a better creative choice. And so with that, I just went into the 2023 and 2024 All-Star rosters, looked at what some of the younger players were. So even though they may not be new young stars by some people's definition, I put in players like Zion, Brunson, things like that may not necessarily be new all-stars, but they're still younger than players like Kawhi and LeBron and Curry. As the music went on, I again wanted to have like that impactful text. So as it went on, I again used some more clips of sort of younger all-stars, used Scotty Barnes again, used Tyrese Maxey, people like that. And then for the final part, I again wanted to have that suspenseful clock ticking. So I put in the NBA All-Stars, but I split up the letters with the impact of the music, because I thought that was really good. So rather than just saying NBA, it says NBA letter by letter. And then obviously the end, I always end it with sort of the NBA All-Star logo as the final thing, because again, it has to be a commercial for the All-Stars, so it has to have that sort of message at the end. going with the clock theme, I went back and I put in some KD Supersonics versus KD Suns clips, Kyrie Celtics versus Kyrie Mavs clips, and again wanted to connect it sort of with that timing thing, so I put the caption "Father Time Always Wins," and I wanted to do more with that. I think that idea, the Father Time Always Wins, could be really good for an edit. Again, I gotta think of when to do it because I'm really scared of like overdoing it and like being really repetitive with that because I've done it a few times, but I feel like that Father Time or the new generation thing really is like a big message and impactful, which is why I use it a lot and why I think it's really good. But I'll see if I can mix that into another edit maybe without overdoing it because I think that is a really good idea. But again, this edit, although I usually try and do these edits to test my editing skills, I feel like this edit was more calm than some of my last ones. In the previous ones, I mixed the text behind the player and things like that, tried to actually do some actual like editing that takes a long time to do and technical skills. This one was more so just finding clips and the text and linking it up with the music, so I didn't really think it challenged me that much. But some of the best edits are the ones that are simple, so I really enjoyed this one. I do think that some of my older edits are better, which actually I think that's the first year that I've said that. Every year I feel like my edits have gotten better and better and more complex. This one was actually a bit easier and I feel like not really as complicated, but I hope that you all still enjoyed. Again, you guys can go and check out my playlist of NBA edits if you guys want to check out my other edits. Again, I have some clips here of those edits that again I think are really good, and if you check out the playlist you can see the progression of my editing, which is the whole point. With all that said, I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, a bit of a shorter episode this week, but that just gives me more time to work on some other videos that I hope you guys will like, and so I can focus on those and really put out the quality content that you guys have come to enjoy. So with that said, I hope I see you all in the next video, and like, subscribe, share the video around, all that good stuff. Let me know what you think of the edit, what could have been better, so that I can make the next edit even better, as again that's the whole point. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.
This is not okay. This needs to stop now.